pronto, vero? Io adesso Francesco, rallenta un attimo, andiamo davanti.
To do this two-part series, we have taken something like 15 days for one part and 15 days for the second big line, or maybe a little more and a little less. Our dogs, we love them. This is the image of Shakespeare we all know. It's in all the books. Is this his real face? He looks a bit boring. What about the pictures that have been painted from life?
L'unica cosa che non ho capito, is this real face? È una domanda che fai al pubblico. È come se dicessi al pubblico, what do you think? Is this the real face? What do you think? Capito? Is this the real face? Devo capire che è una domanda.
Okay. Andrea, you are the series producer, you are the director, the editor. How many hours of every day you think about Shakespeare?
Not as many hours as the ones I spend looking at your face, Francesco.
The atmosphere is marvelous. There's the director, the cameraman, a researcher, a fixer, and the sound.
A soundman who's not just a perfect soundman, but is also a very good ear for listening to the perfect English.
Contributed on the first.
Francesco's you're not English, I'm not English, so we need somebody who keeps track of this, you know.
Slight stumble on that.
Yeah, shall we do one more? Shall we do a quick one? Just a safety one.
What they have to say.
Lie in the shade, Frankie. But near the wall.
We've got an amazing cameraman who's a trooper. He never gets tired. He makes Italy look even more beautiful than it already is. Okay, swing around, swing around. Go back now, go back. That's great.
This was dangerous stuff to be writing.
Perfect. Caesars.
Then we have a researcher, Clem, he's a bit of a pain in the you know, he's always making sure that we say exactly the right things. No, that's not true. Shakespeare never done that. Oh, it's great. It's great. Thank God we had him. You know, after all, this is not drama, it's not fiction. You know, we need to make sure that we're saying exactly the right things, which academics, professors and teachers have been studying for years and years about.
It's difficult to experience Italy any other way than when you're with Francesco. He knows the place so well, especially in Venice. When people see him, they recognise him and they talk to him and they give Francesco an insight that it would be difficult to get in any other way, I think. So that was a real privilege to have.
Filming with Francesco da Mosto is quite an experience, because everywhere you are, you get stopped by people, mainly women who love him so much and they hug him and they don't want to let him go and they want to kiss him, they want to take pictures with him. That's amazing. And they interrupt you all the time, and that's what happens when you film with Francesco.
I'm half from the north and half from the south because my mother is from Sicily. But it's quite interesting. I love the north, I love the people of the north, and I know that sometimes they can be quite detached, a little more like the English. When you go to the south, and you go to Naples, you go to Sicily, you find them very warm, very open. Ciao. They say that when a Sicilian becomes your friend, it's forever. You have to say, ciao bella. No, I don't think. We are a little marvelous group and we all go together, we live the same life, we have fun all the time.
Kermit is the travelling frog. It lives in my pocket. It comes out every now and again.
You're sad, Michael. You're bloody sad, mate.
When you work a lot, you start to be tired, but there is always this nice thing of being together.
Francesco, okay.
The strange thing is when you end filming, when you are back home for the first 1 day, 2 days, 3 days, you really don't know what to do. You are missing something, and I think what you miss more is the friends that you have during the trip. Do I go on walking or stay stopped?
Yeah, it looks a bit weird that you carry on walking.
Yeah.
Stop, yeah.
Of course, I'm Italian, but living in London. And yet, traveling through Italy, I'm seeing Italy through the eyes of the rest of the crew, the English people.
Okay, stop.
And it makes me appreciate my own country more than I do when I'm back in London. I knew you were gonna do this. I knew it. Mike, our cameraman, has got this little tiny device. It's a sort of mini helicopter. And it's very small, very light. It comes out of the box, and in a couple of minutes it's ready to fly. We used it a couple of times during the trip up in the north, during a driving sequence in Padua. We had the car sort of driving by and the helicopter sort of flew over the car. And we also used it during a fencing duel in the city of Verona. Something quite magical happens whenever we use it. It doesn't matter where you are, it doesn't matter what you're doing. It's as if time for a moment almost stops. And everybody freezes and they all look up at this weird thing flying up in the air. It's almost like a surreal scene from a Fellini movie. And of course what you do get are these amazing shots, which otherwise you wouldn't really be able to take.
Now, the hardest thing this time was cold.
Really hot.
It's summer, isn't it?
Summer, buddy. It was so cold that the hands couldn't touch anything.
I think we got to -8 degrees with really cold wind as well. And then of course we had snow in Rome.
Stand by, we're rolling.
Something that was not happening from years, if not tens of years.
Siete capitati in un momento veramente raro per la città. Ha fatta la neve, è nevicato a Roma.
Cambio epocale.
I remember reading on the paper that it was the coldest February since 30 years or something. Rome was completely frozen. Ice everywhere, it was really slippery.
Come dancing.
We were in Stromboli, that is very south, is in Sicily. In the evening I went out to drink something, and when I came back, the sound band and the cameraman, I thought they were dead. They were dead for cold. They were not speaking. I tried, and they were, hello, hello, and they were not answering. I put like this, huh? Okay. Marvelous to see you. Welcome to Sicily.
Emma Thompson in the rain, yes, wow. They don't get that much rain in Sicily, but Emma Thompson managed to come out at a time where we got some, and that was it. All we needed was an appropriately coloured brolly, and off she was.
Oh, grazie signor, grazie. Buona giornata.
Emma Thompson, what you can say about her? She's great.
Oh my God.
Due magari?
Sì.
Fai di tu?
Due magari, sì.
Okay.
In fact, those in my suitcase. And it'll be on television and I'll be arrested for smuggling sausages.
She's marvelous as a person that could make feeling all the crew like a happy group of friends having fun everywhere.
Okay, action guys.
That Madonna, she's beautiful. Isn't that curious? It's great.
A fantastic fountain of knowledge about Shakespeare, and particularly about Much Ado About Nothing, which she's played in. And it's very exciting, I think, to see somebody read from a play that they know so well, that stayed with them for such a long time.
And she says, will you go and hear this news, signor? And you say...
Io voglio vivere nel tuo cuore, morire nel tuo grembo, essere sepolto nei tuoi occhi e poi anche venire con te da tuo zio.
Then we go to our uncle's. Let's go and have a drink.
Lovely.
Actors are real people, and that is the marvelous thing.
Di insegnare.
Okay, this was okay.
They are the best friend that you can find, even if you know them from just 10 minutes. And I tell you one thing, I love your hair. But Mark Rylance, Kieran Hines, when they act, you feel they're acting. They're putting all their passion in.
Okay, and action.
Hath not a Jew eyes? Hath not a Jew hands, organs, dimensions, senses, affections, passions?
Kieran Hines, he has a presence that stops all around him. And Venice is a very busy place, and yet we had anyone from local Venetians to young school children stop because of the presence of this guy.
If you prick us, do we not bleed?
That was very good. Thank you, Kieran.
The Merchant of Venice is the first play I remember, and I think I saw it in La Fenice Theatre before it was burned, and then they rebuilt it. But obviously what was more in my heart was Romeo and Juliet.
What's in a name? That which we call a rose by any other name would smell as sweet.
It's difficult to forget something when you are young and thinking that two persons that are in love, they end up dying for love. That is terrible. It's like that love, there is no way of having love if you don't suffer.
Two blushing pilgrims ready stand to smooth that rough touch with a tender kiss.
Romeo and Juliet are just gifts of a role because you get to play out every emotion, that kind of unrequited passion when they think they're not going to be able to be together, and they've got all that passion and it has nowhere to go.
While my prayers effect I take.
I can't imagine this play being set in England with stiff upper lips and, you know, white collars and nobody really saying how they feel. The extremity of emotion just wouldn't convey in a culture that isn't so much about openness and passion. There's something really special about the romance of Italy, I think, and the people.
You feel really proud. My God, this is my own country. It looks really good. And we got all these stories and these legends and these traditions from which Shakespeare drew a lot of stuff for his amazing plays. And it makes me quite proud.
Can't.
I didn't dare. This is the last day of filming in Venice. Everybody's left. It's only me, Francesco, and Clem, who's behind the camera right now. And we're finished. We're wrapping. This is the end of it. Now we need to edit the whole thing together.
It was great to work on this subject about Shakespeare and these works that are related to Venice and to Italy, because I could see in Venice places from another point of view that I never looked at before. And I'm really sorry we are stopping now, because it was an appetizer, you know? It was just the first drink, and now it could go on, and instead it's finished. That is terrible. I'm so sorry.